Okay, so we're going to clean this side up. Look at how much we're bringing up her tail. So if you look at it, her natural tail is going like this, very sad. This is a happy tail. Sad, happy, sad, happy. And this, sexy. Ah. Maybe girl needs a sexy brow. Okay, so you got that. I like to clean out any of the, you know, when your clients they're paying you good money, clean their brows. Like, don't make them walk out with nonsense on their face. Like, just go and do it. Do the extra, clean them up, get all this little extra on here so when they look in the mirror when they leave, they're super happy and they feel like they've been taken care of, right? As an esthetician, you guys know what I mean. So we're just gonna clean this out here. Now, people say, well, should I wax her first or whatever? I don't like heat on the skin. If you're gonna sugar, I suppose that would be okay, but remember, whenever you pull the hair follicles out, you're causing inflammation under the skin. She already has inflammation, right? She's already, rosacea is already hyper inflamed most of the time, right? So that redness, so if you were to wax her, she would be so red. And the inflammation pulling the hair follicle out would cause more inflammation. We don't want to tattoo on skin that's inflamed in any way, right? We want it to be in best condition, fresh, ready to go. And let's talk about another reason why she wouldn't be a microblading candidate, okay? So remember, people are very into the microblading. So multiple reasons why microblading wouldn't work on her. Number one, the redness, right? Her skin would just start bleeding. Number two, she's got this brow here that we have to blend, and you can't get microblading to blend that well. All of this under here would have to be microbladed so perfectly. And then at the end of the day, how are you going to get that kind of density there to match this density, right? All right, so there you go. There's we're ready to go now. Can you see that? Just kind of move you around a little bit. You guys see how ready that design's already uplifting her face? What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to fill in the brow and then do the pixel part. So we start with the brow base, and I'll just walk you through that. So I'm using the cooler tone first. Because she's so red, I'm going to neutralize her a little bit, then add the warmth over it. Okay, so we'll start over here. And we're just going to go in very lightly like a butterfly wing, and we're going to start with the tail, kick it up. Now I'm looking at how the pixels look on her skin, and I feel like they're a little chunky. I'm going to up my speed a little. Believe it or not, upping your speed sometimes is less traumatizing on the skin than going slow. I like that better. But if she gets too red, I'll probably have to drop it back down again. So this is what I mean about checking and adjusting your speeds and stuff. So I'm doing the tail right now. I'm kicking it forward. And just like what you would do with traditional like fusion or ombre, right? We're just going to fill that tail in. Stretch where you are. Kick it forward. Okay, so we're building that color. That color is beautiful. It's going to neutralize, it's going to match everything. So my first pass is also to just kind of get some color base at this bottom. But now what I'm going to do here is I'm going up here just like I showed you guys. I'm going to keep this a little more solid till about right there. Okay, so then I'm going to come back down to this bottom. I'm going to go right there, and I'm going to keep going. I'll refine the edges later. I just want to get this first kind of base. So I'm going to go right to here into the middle, and I'm going to do my zhuzhing. I'm going to leave the top with nothing done to it yet. But you can see my pixels in there right now. If you're off and you're not sure, just go ahead and put them back in. Or use that Sharpie, right, like I said. So we're gonna just put them back in for you. You can see them a little bit better. With goggles, you can see them really well. And I am going really light, like I'm tattooing a butterfly wing. I'm just glazing over the skin, letting those pixels drop. If you guys notice my thumb, what is it doing? Okay, so we're just gonna fill a little bit more up. Now I'm gonna go over a little bit lighter, just right here on the top part. Remember I showed you on the drawing on the board, a little bit light up here, just doing my first pass. Okay, so that's as much as I do, filling the bottom, but still having that open up there. So let's take a wipe and we'll see how our skin's doing, because you don't know until you wipe it. It's right here, get an idea. And this will tell me if my speed is good, my color's good. And remember, your first pass, especially with delicate skin, you want it to be really light and soft. Okay. That's a good first pass for her, just to kind of get that base color. Look how light that is, remember? So that's why I was saying, Michaela, go lighter. If I want to do a little bit more, I'm going to turn it down. So when you're using lighter pigments, you need to realize they take harder to get in and to show, so you have to be a little more patient with lighter colors like this and on delicate skin. I'm just gonna do one more pass over here and then we'll move to the other side.